Lisa's class is harder than Klein's.
14 people in her class took the AP exam.
Yeah, but how many passed?
Where's your dad?
Yeah, who knows? Off somewhere saving the world.
Does he know that you come here when he's out of town?
Oh, yeah. I'm, watering his plants for him.
You've got quite the green thumb.
Oh, thanks. I think you're overwatering.
You think?
Never mind.
Where are we supposed to sit?
Oh, right here is good for you. Sorry for the mess.
Okay, so I think that we should start with English Lit and then tackle art. Sam. Hi.
Hi.
You can't watch TV and study at the same time. New York is in 4 days.
Okay. It's off. Where's May?
No, Charlie. Charlie, listen to me. No, I'm telling you, those shares, they're gonna be worth triple what you paid for them in 6 months. Yes, absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Okay, can you hold on a second? Thanks. Hey guys, can anybody tell me why the freaking AC isn't on? Because I'm kind of sweating like a pig. It's November. They shut it off. Awesome. Hello?
We got a problem, Gary.
What kind of problem are you talking?
Call me back on your cell.
Call you back?
Hello.
Parker, what's up?
Roland, spent $50.
Oh god.
50 was just my opening position. I am willing to entertain a counter offer, if you will. I wouldn't be asking except, I got a family to take care of.
Really? Did you ever consider getting a job?
I had a job. I'm serious. I used to be just like you, baby. Yeah, offices, secretary, shiny shoes, all that shit.
It's nice meeting you.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, it was the secretaries that did me in.
Gary, you still there?
Parker, what's up?
I think they know what you're up to.
Excuse me, what?
The SEC called to ask about the beryllium auction I've been buying.
Wait, are you kidding me? Oh my god, Taka, they're gonna announce the merger in 3 days. How is... Alright, I want you to unload everything right now.
Now? You'll be on the flag.
They can't nail us for insider... They can't nail us for insider trading if we're not making any money. Don't you get it?
Now, somebody else.
It's on right now. Taka, did you see what I just said? What's going on there? Taka? Taka?
190, Roland.
Is this normal? Once we dive in, there's less bounce. Or shake. Don't have any loose fillings, do you?
Control, this is Recon 1. Do you read me?
This is NASA, Goddard. Go ahead.
We may be losing you in a few moments. You have those updated stats for us?
Scott.
Recon 1, we advise that you turn around immediately. Recon 1, do you read me?
We lost him. Tell them to release the drop zones.
Transmission's up. Wind speeds at 190 miles per hour. Hold that. 195. 198.2. 200. 210. 220. 225. 230. 295.6.
this monster never makes land.
I don't know, bro. It's getting pretty harsh out there, Zach. We should bail.
Don't be such a wuss. How bad can it be? The TV's still working.
What was that?
Carl's house.
Mr. Masako, this is very important to me, and I know your son would have really wanted you to help me on this. Mr. Masako?
Okay, come.
Jeff, I'm gonna call you right back. Yeah, bye. Hey, what's up?
I just got a call from the SEC. They know all about the Viridium options you've been buying offshore.
Whoa, wait a minute. Boss, I didn't...
Don't be stupid, Gary. Tell your friends in Japan to dump the stock before the merger goes through. Otherwise, get yourself a good lawyer, because they'll throw your ass in jail for this. Do the right thing, Gary.
What's happening? What's going on?
Shut up.
And that's it for our 5-day forecast. The real excitement here in Los Angeles tomorrow is going to be at the beach.
Oh, just how big is that surf going to be, Tommy?
Lisa, we don't know for sure, but it's coming off Hurricane Noelani, which, as you know, did so much damage when it hit Hawaii. My guess is it's going to be massive.
Thank you, Tommy. I hope nobody gets hurt.
You said you'd wait.
You're a weatherman, Tommy.
It's a weather story. My guy in the forecasting center tells me this is going to be the biggest surf ever.
Surfing is not a weather story.
Well, I can do more than weather, Bernie. Just give me a chance. You know I want to get on the network someday. This would be a great first step for me.
Sorry, I already promised it to Yeager.
All right. I'll give you my Lakers tickets.
What row?
The Dow Jones tumbled a catastrophic 61% this morning before trading was halted just moments ago. To put that in perspective, the crash in 1929 was 47%.
Oh, so much for the Viridium merger, huh, guys?
What do we do now?
I'll tell you what we're gonna do now. I think we're gonna go out and celebrate. Let's get funky.
The scene that's unfolding here. The Mexicans have closed the border.
Sure, we can open the border by force if we have to.
Have you lost your minds? We are facing the greatest ecological disaster in human history. And you're talking about going to war?
We are talking about survival. When resources become scarce, nations go to war.
What about sovereign rights?
What about them? America's built on land stolen from the Indians. So is Mexico. The only claim nations have on the land they hold is force, sir.
I will not start a war, Raymond.
You
Give me the president of Mexico on the phone. We're going to ask for help.
Hey. How you feeling?
Okay. How long have I been out?
About 12 hours. You alright?
What happened?
We had to get inside in a hurry. So I sort of pushed you in.
I should be used to you pushing me around.
It's good to have you back.
Thanks.
What do you think's gonna happen, Jack? Human beings are the most resourceful creatures on Earth. We survived the last ice age. We're certainly capable of surviving this one. Just all depends on whether or not we're able to learn from our mistakes. Sure as hell like a chance to learn from mine.
Well, you did everything you could.
I was thinking about Sam. I never gave him enough time. The only vacation I ever took him on was a research trip to Greenland. It was a disaster.
What happened?
Ship got stuck on the ice for 10 days.
I bet you had a good time anyway. Jack, listen.
What? I don't hear anything.
That's what I mean. The storm must be over.
This scene actually replaced another scene we had in the script, which we really
I
liked.
love.
And we couldn't do it because of our PG-13 rating. He was smoking dope during this scene, and that was like actually the kicker. And then we like tried to make the scene, you know.
Well,
Like,
we tried to come up with something after in the script. We cut it because we couldn't get our PG-13. We knew we wouldn't be able to. And we were so in love with that dope smoking scene because it really set the tone for this character who's not really interested in the competition. And we set up, you know, ultimately that it's the girl that he's interested in. And this was the scene that we used to replace it, and it just never worked. And we never found it. And actually, we didn't need it. As it turns out, by introducing them on the plane, we were fine. It's a cute scene, but it just kind of
was.
just didn't need it, and it slowed the
I
beginning of
think
the
it
movie down too.
I think it also had too many ideas. There was the idea about the plants he doesn't take care of, and it's all like kind of a mess. And then on top of that, the TV. It's all too much, you know. It was all too
He's
forced.
eating again.
Yeah, exactly. He's eating again, and my sister was like really upset about
This
that.
scene I remember was like eating and talking, and there's nothing worse than people, talking with their mouth full of food. That bugs the hell out of me. And it certainly bugged Uta. Now this was a whole sort of subplot of the movie, which actually originally set up the Tokyo sequence, where there was this scumbag insider trader, Wall Street trader, who ultimately gets his comeuppance, which we see in the bus. We use that little piece of it, and the guy in Tokyo gets his comeuppance. And we struggled so hard to cast this role, found this wonderful actor. He's so good.
Call me back on your cell.
He's so good in the movie, and yet we cut it all out. And here's the Tokyo sequence and the part that's intercut with him that we used a little piece of. Actually, we used this piece in the film, but we cut out all the intercutting. We made it sound like it was his wife that he was having a conversation with, and
not like Gary.
This guy Gary.
Also, it was like we introduced Glenn Plummer character Luther.
That's right.
Luckily, I had like in the other scene of the kids, coming to New York. Also, even it was not in the script, introduced Glenn too.
That's right.
So we actually could cut
We
this
used
out.
him sort of through the beginning in the first act.
Mm-hmm.
It was the secretaries that did me in.
So here's the part where they talk on the phone. It was also maybe like one telephone call too much, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like
felt a
too
little
much
bit-
already.
Yeah.
And once we started this sequence, we either had to use the whole Gary story or not. And it was really, we loved this actor. It made us feel so bad having to cut this whole sequence out, but obviously, what could we do?
And pretty much from here on, we pretty much used the scene later in the movie. Only cuts always him out.
Right.
It was actually a really kind of fun idea in a way. They're like doing this insider trading deal, and he kind of tells Tucker, you have to sell everything. And while he's telling them, there's this hailstorm and it will kill Tucker.
Well, and the fact is that the whole world is going to hell, and the only guy that's happy about it is him, because who cares about insider trading unless the stock goes up and the stock market crashes? It really started where the Gary story was much more complicated, where he was the real villain of the piece. Then we turned him into this character, and then we took him out completely. So it had a whole history of transformation.
It's in a movie, but it was like in a different set, and we had them looking out, and they see this.
We never finished this shot. This was a visual effects
This
shot.
is like this is how our previous looks, and this was the other gimbal scene we had. This is a hurricane hunter. They're flying into a hurricane, and we mainly did that to introduce how a hurricane looks. How a hurricane has like a. Later we see
the eye that.
Later we see the helicopters in a way.
There's the green
flying the same way, and then they come into the eye of the storm, and it's all calm. We also introduced her in that scene. She works for NASA.
Right. God, it's been like a year since I've looked at this. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in so long.
We very early decided this is not
This was
necessary.
out really, really early.
The drop songs, remember?
Yeah. That was obviously because we never finished the sequence. We never finished the visual effects. And we show this guy who is unflappable. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, this guy's starting to freak out. The old pro.
200! 210!
And there's our previs,
and the
green screen.
The rookie is totally oblivious what's
He's
happening.
so focused on his work.
They all think that they will kind of break up, and The sequence is also a little bit too long, right?
Well, we never really focused
yeah,
on it.
maybe we would have left it in. It would
It's a
have
longer
been much
cut than it would have.
See, here is that very much like a shot we later see with the helicopters, only it's over ocean. That's like, in a way, very much the shot we later would do with the helicopters, where we pull up and we reveal,
the eye.
The eye.
I love this. This was really funny.
Yeah.
And it really, God, we spent a week on second unit with the exterior visual effects.
I spent
a couple of days.
I spent 2 days
inside and a day outside.
Yeah, a day inside and a day outside, and then Anna shot everything, which was
the stoned out surfers.
Yeah, everything we were still missing. So
and again, this would have been finished had we kept it in the movie. This set was on a whole series of rockers.
It's a very, very expensive sequence, and then you see the set, and then it's not small. And
everything was kind of blowing away, a la The Wizard of Oz. And some of this, I'm sure look, you could see some of the wires.
And these two guys.
There's the wires that we didn't, there we go.
We
didn't remove the, that was a nice piece there.
Yeah.
Again, we did a first cut on this stuff, and we never touched it again, really, because it was out so fast. It really is funny to look at this stuff after all this time. These guys were funny, too.
Yeah.
And remember how much fun we had casting this part?
Yeah, we had so much fun with these guys. They really did a good job. And I'm always like very sad. But they worked for more than a week on this, and we're really excited that we shot so much stuff, and then we cut it out. But it was really not necessary. And
house flies away.
See?
Dumpster tumbles towards car.
Okay, and there was a.
And now they think they've made it. They think they've gotten it.
And then
boom!
Oh yeah.
Ah!
Mr. Masako,
here's the continuation of the Gary story.
I know your son would have really wanted you to help me on this. Mr. Masako? Oh, hang on. Jeff, I'm going to call you right back. Yeah, bye. Hey, what's up?
Alan Ruck from first time we saw him was probably Ferris Bueller, right?
Yeah.
And then he was in Speed.
You have like two actors in there from Speed. He's very kind of.
It's the Mark Gordon stock company.
No, I'm a big fan of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He's a great.
We were like talking about the parts. We said like, what's about Alan Ruck, and we got really excited, and he actually did it as a favor.
Yeah, he was great. He was so great.
And that's it for our 5-day forecast.
This was actually to introduce Tommy Levinson as a weatherman, and he knows there's a big surf coming, and he wants to go on national TV, and he only knows when he's going out there, he will have a career.
This was actually the studio where we shot the interiors in LA. The hurricane stuff, the twister stuff. It's a pretty shot with the skyline in the background.
Surfing is not a weather story. Well, I can do more than weather, Bernie. Just give me a chance. You know I want to get on the network someday. This would be a great first step for me. Sorry, I already promised it to Jaeger. All right. I'll give you my Laker.
These are his Laker tickets.
Yeah. And we had like an inside show.
Near Jack. Remember
exactly,
that was the end?
It was like saying
Near Jack.
We, in a way, only it includes the Gary and the stockbroker sequence.
Hey, Victor's coming to pick me up. You guys want to ride to the train station?
It's actually quite interesting because we exchanged all the news reports in a way to save the scene.
Brother, do you guys want me to be...
It looked quite, big. This set we had for the stockbrokers was like a bank in Montreal, and we had like this problem that all this all the monitors were like kind of
Flickering.
had flicker, and we had to actually exchange all these monitors. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was a great set. The cost would have been prohibitive had we wanted to build it, but we found this great location.
Which was
and now there's
a stock company in a bank.
You know, the world is being turned upside down, and he's going, get funky, get funky. He was great. The scene that's unfolding up where they set up the fact that they're going to ask the Mexicans for help with the president, which we just felt that we didn't need. And
Also, I think it made Becker unredeemable in a way. It made him
the vice president was just it was too much. It was really over the top.
From the border by force, if we have to.
Have you lost your minds? We are facing the greatest ecological disaster in human history. And you're talking...
Yeah, us with the Mexican...
You're right, the Mexican ambassador was killed by a tree.
Hit his car or something
exactly.
like that. A little bit over the top.
Yes.
So I always liked the scene.
We really thought about it. This was in and out for a moment. You know, we thought about this. It was also a nice moment for the president. You see him turn. The Secretary of State and the Vice President are kind of at odds through the whole movie, and this is the moment where the president goes with her.
We're going to ask for help.
Well, this was what happens to the people from the library.
There were two scenes that we cut. There was this one, and then where they all die.
Yeah, where they all die.
They get frozen like the guys in the helicopter.
This is the scene where they realized that after all this walking, they had only made it to Brooklyn. This is an unfinished visual effect shot, and that's when you start seeing, you know, the super freeze,
the cloud formation that we set up earlier with the helicopters.
Where the wolf come
chasing them down the halls of the.
It's pretty much everything is the same. We only cut out the wolves
because they broke through when they kind of locked them out. See, these wolves were never finished.
Yeah. And there was this shot in there which we like kind of cut out. It was okay.
Yeah, it was just we just didn't need it.
Yeah. So this was like a shot not finished. Where we like it's
interesting to see how the progression of the wolves in there.
This is all the same. This was a shot.
These are the only real wolves in the movie, right?
No, we replaced them with digital ones.
Those are real?
Yeah, they were like.
Oh, that's right, because they were too slow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And now comes a shot where you like reveal that they're like
right
behind them. Here they come.
Skidding. Never quite finished that either. None of these were finished.
Yeah.
Made it much shorter. It was just not engaging.
think it became too important. The wolves became too important. They became like too much.
Too much wolves.
Too much wolves.
The original scene in the fast food, restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Food okay? Yeah. Make sure you're alright. Let me know if you need anything.
Hey. How you feeling? Okay.
We cut it out because it felt too casual. It's interesting looking at it now again after having just seen, what we reshot.
It was very leisurely. The history was, we had another McDonald's scene where they make hamburgers, but it was before actually the mall roof scene. So Frank was there, and it was a little. The scene went more like this. They're like flipping burgers. Like Jason says, "Well, I cannot eat burger. I'm like a vegetarian." And everybody looks at him and says, "What are you talking about?
Who cares? It's over now."
When we reshifted the script, we put that idea, here in this version. There was actually one piece where he was saying like, "How you like my cooking?" And I says like, "Well, I'm like kind of vegetarian, and then we developed out of this, the scene after the super freeze, and in a way, it was too leisurely. It had still the feeling of the
Well,
other
the kid is dying, or possibly dying. We don't know what's happening to him, and he's chatting about, they're talking about this and that, and having hamburgers, and it just felt like it stopped the movie. It was, it took the urgency out of what was going on at that point.
They didn't make any comments about the kid, if they believe he's
That
still
he was
alive
still
or
alive,
dead,
right.
or it only harked back to the story like how Jake had earlier told about how he had this.
Well, that
this
was a nice
chest.
moment.
Yeah, and then we
even talked about keeping that, but it
in
just
the tent.
yeah, but it just was too long. It
Yeah.
was just let's get to it. So the end of that piece.
And that's
Which now we use it after the tent scene, the second tent scene.
But there's also like the waking up was in the McDonald's, which was also very it didn't felt right, and so we kind of decided to put that waking up, like continue the storm also, so
Right.
like the storm is not so fast.
Well, then we also shot that other stuff in between the trekking, and then here they are, and they wake up. This we kind of took this part and we put it into the tent.
Yeah.
But in the new scene, we talked about Sam, is he going to make it? And we used the, mankind piece. We sort of took these two scenes and chopped them into two different scenes and added some things.
It's also much longer naturally.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Looking at it again.
And then we have our shot. Also, that's
bad transition.
Bad transition.
Yeah.
So
the new waking up and seeing the behind them shot of the tanker up in the air is just amazing.